Hey, what's up? John Sonmez here from simpleprogrammer.com. So I want to do a quick video. I always say that and then it's not a quick video. We'll see what happens. But I want to do a quick video about entrepreneurship and risks, and I wanted to do sort of a part two about the offer that I've made about working with me and bringing me deals, because I get pitched a lot. So I get pitched a lot, okay? And I don't want to pick on anyone specifically because this happens a lot, but there's a specific instance that I'll talk about a little bit because it's happened recently. But oftentimes someone will pitch me with an idea that they have, okay, and it's I did this video on why your $1 million idea is worthless. What was I saying here? Okay, so yes, so I was saying that someone would pitch me these $1 million ideas, and they want me to do some work, or they haven't gotten anything started, or they want to somehow capitalize on my audience or my abilities or something like that, and they think that they're bringing something to the table, but they're not really bringing anything to the table, just an idea. And like I said, I can come up with a $1 million idea every single morning. You can too, I promise you. Ideas are not super rare. If you just do the practice of every day, you come up with 10 ideas, right? You just spend half an hour coming up with 10 ideas, you'll be coming up with $1 million ideas every single day. There's just no scarcity of those. So I know that everyone thinks that their idea is great, but really, it may be great, but there's a lot of great ideas. That's all I'm saying there. So my point is this, so they come to me with nothing besides the idea, or maybe they've got a very basic mock-up, or maybe they want me to pay them to do something, and that's just not, it doesn't work that way. So entrepreneurship doesn't work that way. If you come to me and you've got nothing, right? You've got nothing to offer except an idea, and you think I'm going to partner with you based on that and take a bunch of risk and invest my time, I'm not going to. And I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm not trying to be all high and mighty or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, in general, like, if you want me to pay you in order to do something, because I had someone come to me and, perfectly valid, I'm not angry at them, it's just a gap in understanding, but they came to me and they basically wanted to create a new site, basically expand Simple Programmer to some other markets and do some work to do that, and I basically came back and I said, I'm using basically a lot, but that's basically okay. So I did, stop it. All right, that's enough. So I came back to them and said, hey, that's fine. You have to take this over. You have to do this. You pitch me and tell me what you're going to do, and we'll see, because I don't have time. You want to run this thing. You want to be in entrepreneurship. You want to partner with me. Then you do this, okay? And they came back and they had an idea, and it's a good idea, but all they had was still at the idea phase. And then what they wanted me to do was to pay them to implement the idea. To do this, right? So essentially, they said that it's not fair that they should take a risk, or that they should do this pro bono and not get paid for this. And again, I'm not trying to pick on anyone here, but I'm just trying to make it a point so you can understand. The entrepreneurship entails risk, right? So when I do something, when I create a video, when I create a product, when I create a book, when I spend my time, or I invest in something, or I pay someone, right? I am taking a huge amount of risk because I don't know if I'm going to make money. And so if I pay you to do something, okay, for me, and then you want to be a partner and make some money from that and be a partner in the deal, who's taking all the risk? I'm taking all. You're not taking any risk. You're getting paid to do that. Now, I misunderstood that myself in my own career as a software developer, as an entrepreneur. You can check out, oh, I'm supposed to do this side. My career story here, and I think it's like maybe an episode, I don't know, 5 or 6 or something, where I talk about where I got paid to do this, and someone actually paid me to do this, and it was probably a mistake on their part, but it was a big mistake on my part because I didn't understand how this shit works. But I wasn't taking much of a risk. In fact, I wasn't really taking any risk at all. And so the thing is, like, in order to get rewards, entrepreneurship isn't for everyone. But if you're going to be an entrepreneur, you have to take a risk as well. So if, I'll tell you how to pitch me, okay? Because a lot of you do, and you're doing it wrong. And that's why I said, if you bring me $50,000, like, I'm going to explain this a little bit more in depth here, even though I feel like I shouldn't, because I feel like if you're the right person, you should already get this. But let me explain this. In the case of this gentleman that approached me, if he would have said, look, here's what I've done, and here's this, and look, we've got 1,000 people following in this market, and I've actually I put an affiliate link for your product out there, or actually I didn't even put an affiliate link, I just put a link that you can track the link, you can see the source, and you can see that we've already sold about $1,000 worth of your stuff, you're getting traffic there, and this is why it's working, and I'm going to do this, and so, and you've got something going, and you've already brought me some money, okay? Now we can talk. Now we got some partnership here. Now you've done something. You've outlaid some risk, right? So if you want to pitch me, this is what you got to do. You got to show me how you're going to make me money. I've got the asset, okay? I've got the audience, okay? I've got the platform. So you got to bring a whole shitload to the table. That's going to involve a lot of risk. You can't just say, "Hey John, I want you to take a risk on me." I'm sorry, no, I'm busy, I got stuff, I'm not going to give you a share of, like, if you want to just be employed by me, all right, well, maybe. I'm still not going to employ you, right? Unless you're bringing something serious to the table, because I don't need to take a risk. I'll decide, if I'm looking for someone to employ. Again, not trying to be all high and mighty or anything like that. I'm just telling you the fucking facts, because some of you don't get it. Like, you don't understand that it's going to involve, you're going to have to invest. You're going to have to put a risk, and you might not get a return on that. But if you come to me with something more than an idea, if you come to me with something you've already implemented and you've already done, and you're already getting results, right? So you've taken up the risk, and you have shown me that I don't need a risk, or that I don't need to risk, that it's not risky for me. Bam! Now you've got something, right? I use the idea of bringing me $50,000 just to give you an idea of that, is because it doesn't necessarily have to be that, right? I was just throwing a number out there. But the point is, you have to come to the table bringing me something, and that entrepreneurship entails risk, and you're going to have to take risk. And so, again, this is not a pitch to get. I'm not pitching you to pitch me, okay? I don't need business partners and ideas and stuff. I'm just saying that if you want to, this is how to do it. But more. This video is about understanding that entrepreneurship involves risk, and that anytime that if you want to become an entrepreneur, if you want someone to take you serious, if you want to have these opportunities, you are going to have to take the risk, right? And so for some people, that's not okay. And some people, they're not going to be entrepreneurs. That's fine. If that's not you, that's fine. But if you want to go down an entrepreneurial road, you're gonna have to outlay the risk yourself. So you might have to work without getting paid. You might have to do a bunch of stuff, right, without getting paid, or with the risk of without getting paid. But if you come to me, or you come to another entrepreneur, you come to someone, and you essentially have an idea, and you want them to pay you to implement that idea, well, that's probably not gonna, like, one of the questions that went through my mind immediately is, why you? Like I could just hire someone to do what you're suggesting needs to be done. Like, why do I need to hire you? Why would I make you a partner? I'll make you, an employee in that case. Like, if you're bringing me something that's actually making me money, that's entrepreneurial, then we've got a little bit of a different thing. But you see what I'm saying? Like, again, not to knock. I mean, heck, I've got great employees. I've got great people that work for me, and they're awesome, and that's great. And I'm paying them for a service, and I'm paying them for the work that they do. I want you to understand that is a totally different thing than coming to me and looking for a business partnership and saying, hey, I want 20% stake in this new territory that we're going to go in. If you're going to go that road, you're going to have to put out the risk. So that's basically what I'm saying here. Again, hopefully this isn't misunderstood. Not trying to exploit or take advantage of people. Not at all. It's just that you have to understand that if you want to be an entrepreneur, you are going to have to take risk. And you can't expect someone else to take that risk for you. Otherwise, you're not really bringing anything to the table, right? That's the magic piece there. So there you go. That's all I got to say about that. If you found this video helpful or useful or whatever, and you just want to see how tight of shirts that I can wear, that's also a valid reason to click the subscribe button below. All right, I'll talk to you next time. Take care.